Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Dr. Rao coming to you with another interesting topic. I mentioned that yesterday as to how we should be familiar with the latest recent scientific discoveries that are really helping us to be proactively well. So, paying attention to the wellness proactively rather than getting sick and then going for the care, you understand what is to be well and then apply them. See, if you can take it, some of them are, uh, it's like the vaccine, the COVID 19 vaccine. That's something very important because the way it was made, right? Then human liver repaired using lab grown cells. Okay, that's another thing. Then single dose breast cancer treatment. That's very innovative. Is important too, and also it is the more like wastewater tracking systems that are contributing to a lot of water problems that are resolved with this. Okay, and medical psychedelics. So that's something. And then uh, short intestines function like Tesla valves, so they don't allow blood to come back. And then butterfly wings of gross scales for the first time. Okay, they say butterfly wings grow scales, for the first time, and then SPINT1 genetic pathway. So these are some of the examples of the latest discoveries I'll be discussing. For people who are really interested in the details, you can go to my YouTube channel in a couple of days and see the videos made out of all this. Okay. Basically, what it is you got to be aware of what are the latest discoveries made that are intended to promote our wellness down the line. Okay, so it's like being very actively involved in your care, understanding your body, not in the sense of I feel good or not, but in the sense of what is the biochemical chemistry that is within me, cellular oxidation, how I'm producing energy. Even to that level, you can your chemical structure, your hormonal structure, and also your energy structure. All these things you have to be aware of it. So to be aware of that, knowing some of the scientific discoveries are very helpful. Okay, what's going on with the treatment of so many things, right? So that's what I was going to talk to you about. By the way, let me introduce you myself and then tell you what I'm doing lately and what I'm like to respond all of you with a positive positive contributions to what wellness we are going to talk about. Okay, I am Rao Kulusu. I'm an MD from United States. I've been here since 1981, but I practiced in Chicago, in New York, in Iowa. Okay, and I did a master's in biomedical informatics, and also a very good student of ancient wisdom where I borrowed a lot of tricks and a lot of hacks for stress and burnout, and also understand the holistic nature of healthcare systems in the ancient times and how we can revive some of them so that we are healthy to begin with, wellness to begin with, and then also fix any problems that we have more naturally, and also use the modern medicines when needed. Okay, not to be dependent, not to be chemically completely just a chemical being, a machine. Okay, that is where the problem with a lot of multiple medications used with interactions and side effects. Okay, so uh, I have a company called BA now. This BA functions by taking modern medicine on one hand and ancient wisdom on the other hand and fusing them together so that we can get the best of both systems. Okay, we don't have to put one system against another. Just understand in the right perspective and use the modern science and use the ancient wisdom in the proper way with the right teachers, right knowers. We can benefit a lot as civilization. Okay, so in this one, I have a wellness club which I run in the mornings and in the evenings according to the people's convenience, and where I kind of teach people how to really address all the four pillars of our wellness. Okay, the food, activity, sleep, and the calming the mind. Right. Um, then I also do a series of consultations for people who have more deeper problems and they would like to have one-on-one with me, and that's the consultation I do many of them. And also I do some trainings and coachings of the yoga or breathing practices or meditations or a particular disease, how we can um, really add this to whatever treatment they are getting from their doctor. Okay, so for example, if somebody has high blood pressure, I teach them relaxation techniques that they can employ so that they don't have to be making their blood pressure much worse with their anxiety mode. Okay, those kind of things I address there. Okay, any number of diseases we address like that. Okay, then I also train people for the burnout coaching. They get coached on how to deal with the burnout, how to prepare ourselves before we go to work, while on the work, and also after they come home from work. I teach the hacks from the ancient wisdom to be used on a daily basis throughout the day so that they can build up this inner resilience with which they can overcome this outward burnout and stress, which is very common now, especially among doctors, among nurses, and all that. Okay, and also, I have been writing books on my experiences and also developed some courses and doing so many live seminars, live get together so that people can do it. I also have a Facebook group uh, page. Actually, it's called Conquer Burnout. That's where I meet people if they have questions, and I will also use it more like a live. This also goes through right now through that particular Facebook group too. So we will be presenting this company. We will give you the digital visiting card and also the description of the company here. And we'll provide a way how to reach me better, quicker. All the information to the digital visiting card, it will be available to you. And also we'll develop some landing pages where you can go and check out what are the offerings of the BFL and select your offerings. All that is being implemented as we are speaking, and our goal is to get many people reach this message, and many people come to our wellness club and then participate, and on a person to person they can be helped, and many people can seek me for consultation, and many people can get training and coaching on the stress and burnout, which is like a huge program. It's a 12-week program there. Okay, so all the details I'll be providing with the landing pages, with visiting cards, with the company descriptions and all that. And also every day I'm trying to come on here and talk to people about different topics. People may not be needing them right away, but if you look at them for the general understanding, general comprehension, awareness of problems of our health and wellness, you will be able to gain a lot. The more deeper you think about these things, the better it will be down the line. See, as you nip all these problems developing, you will enjoy a long-term health and wellness. Okay, so this is what we are planning. We want to develop a store where you can go and get your these books and courses that we have done, and we are going to launch these landing sites where you can sign up for the trainings, webinars, whatnot. Okay, so we have a web podcast which will be uh, uh, reactivating again, and also a website that also will be reactivating. So all these number of things we are planning, and we will be doing them for you. Okay. So anybody has any questions, they're always welcome to DM me on LinkedIn, on WhatsApp, on Instagram. Clubhouse used to have back channel, but nowadays they have this audio files, and which are very wonderful to communicate with you. I'm getting used to that. As we are more familiar with that, you will see me more participating in discussions that are related to wellness and health and stress and burnout. Okay. Hopefully that makes some sense. These um, new discoveries I'm talking about, as I listed them, we will be talking about COVID-19 vaccine, and the way it broke through normal channels of producing the vaccine is very, very delayed. It would have taken 3 4 years, but this one was made in 1 year, which is very good for the future one also. They are talking about vaccine for the cancer. That is also very interesting. We'll be taking that in detail too. And the second one is this lab, lab, lab cells. They say take the lab growing cells and then develop human liver, and they actually, to repair the liver, they inject these cells and they go and then they enhance the repair of the liver. That way, suppose you have discovered some problem, fatty liver, some problem of hepatitis, or some problem of just alcohol induced liver problems, then you can fix some of this repair by inducing these cells. That's the second one, which is a very important thing. That's because liver is the one which has most of the digestion and also detoxing the body, and also releasing a lot of hormones and all. So it's very important organ. So whenever you do a detoxifying program, mostly they are focusing on the liver. Okay. And then uh, breast cancer treatment has changed radically because they have a single treatment. That is only one dose, single dose. Okay, that's important too. Then wastewater. If you have the wastewater tracking systems, your drinking problem is very much addressed. And then, of course, medical psychedelics, which are low dose psychedelics that are given under supervision of the medical practitioner, will help you to clear your mind, to get rid of the epilepsy. So many other indications are there. But I prefer calming the mind naturally, and then getting the same benefit much more easily, much more better. But a lot of people, even when they use a small amount in the psychedelics, they can get addicted. That's the concern. Not necessarily all, but some. Okay. And then of course short intestines. They are used for like a Tesla valves in the heart and all that. When you have problems with the heart valves, they leak, they backtrack all the blood flow, right? And these shark intestines provide Tesla valves that are very resistant for the backflow. They will function better, okay? And then uh, butterfly wings, they grow scales for the first time. This is something very important. Uh, is developing new materials and technologies. That's the thing about it. And then, of course, genetic pathways of the SPINT1 is important now. They have discovered a genetic pathway that could have implications for cancer research and therapeutic developments. So, knowing what is happening in the scientific field, understanding where they are applicable to uh, our spectrum of wellness is a very smart thing. And then unless you are actively looking for it, you will not be able to do that. So make a habit of knowing what is happening in the healthcare world, what kind of new treatments have come, what kind of, you can discuss with your doctor and ask them, then can look it for you, or they may know and they will tell you about it. Okay. So wellness used to be like a, some prevent exams yearly, or with remove something like that. But this is not like that. You knowing about the illnesses and knowing about the signs that can come up with us, and then catching them very early, and then taking the treatment, taking the necessary diagnosis to make the diagnosis very early and remove that nip in the bud. Okay, that kind of thing. So I did tell you about my company's activities and what we are going to do, and what how we are going to provide a lot of materials for you in that landing page that you can go and enjoy them and use them. And you all can always send me any messages that you may have. Okay. So with that, I think we almost spent 15, 30 minutes here. So we will see you again tomorrow and bring more stuff for you. Okay, thank you.